Hi Mark, this is Michael. My student number is S0141007. The speech title is Magic Houses Made of Bamboo, and I'm the senior student at NCUE. So I'm going to read the TikTok speech. Magical Houses Made of Bamboo by Elora Hardy. When I was 9 years old, my mom asked me what I would want my house look like, and I drew this fairy mushroom, and then she actually built it. After, I don't think I realized it was so unusual at the time, and maybe I still have it because I'm still designing houses. This is a 6-story bespoke home on the island of Bali. It's built almost entirely from bamboo. The living room overlooks the valley from the fourth floor. You enter the house by the bridge. It can get hot in the tropic, so we make big curving roof to catch the breeze. But some rooms have tall windows to keep the air conditioning in and the bugs out. The rooms we left open. We made an air-conditioned tent bed, and one client wanted a TV room in the corner of the living room. Boxing off an area with tall walls just didn't feel right, so instead we made this giant woven pot. Now we do have all necessary luxuries, like bathroom. This is a basket in the corner of the living room, and I have got to tell you, some people actually hesitate to use it. We have not quite figured out our acoustic insulation. Laughter. So there are lots of things that we are still working on, but one thing I have learned is that bamboo will treat you well if you use it right. It's actually a wild grass. It's grown on the otherwise unproductive land. Deep ravens, mountainside. It lives of water, rainwater, spring water, sunlight, and of the 1,450 species of bamboos that grow across the world. We just use 7 of them. That's my dad. He's the one who got me building with bamboos, and he's standing in the clown on Dendrocalamus asper niger that he planted just 7 years ago. Each year it stands up a new generation of shoots. That shoots we watch it grow a meter in 3 days just that week. So we're talking about sustainable timbers in 3 years. Now we harvest from hundreds of family-owned clumps, but tone, as we call this, is really long, up to 18 meters of usable lands. Try getting that truck down the mountain. And it's strong. It has the tensile strength of steels, the compressive strength of concrete. Stand 4 tons straight down on a pole, and it can take it. Because it's hollow, it's like weight. Light enough to be lifted by just a few men, or apparently one woman. Laughter. Applause. And when my father built green school in Bali, he chose bamboo for all of the building on campus because he saw it as a promise. It's a promise to the kid. It's one sustainable materials that they will not run out of. And when I first saw this structure under construction about 6 years ago, I just thought, this makes perfect sense. It is growing all around us. It's strong, it's elegant, it's earthquake resistant. Why hasn't this happened sooner? And what can we do with it next? So along with some of the original builders of Green School, I found Ibuku. Ibu means mother. and ku means mine, so it represent my mother's earth. And at Ibuku, we are the team of artisans, architects, and designers, and what we are doing together is creating the new ways of building. Over the past 5 years together, we have built over 50 unique structures, most of them in Bali. 9 of them are green village. You've just seen inside of these homes, and we fill them with bespoke furniture. We surround them with veggie gardens. We would love to invite you all to come visit someday. And while you're there, you can also see Green School. We keep building classroom there each year, as well as an updated fairy mushroom house. We are also working on a little house for export. This is a traditional Sumbanese home that we replicated right down the decals and textiles. A restaurant with an open-air kitchen, and look a lot like a kitchen, right? And a bridge that spans 22 meters across a river. Now, what we are doing is not entirely new, from little huts to elaborate bridges like this one in Java. Bamboo has been in use across the tropical region of the world for literally tens of thousands of years. There are islands and even continents that were first reached by bamboo raft, but until recently, it was almost impossible to reliably protect bamboo from insects. And so, just about everything that was ever built out of bamboo is gone. Unprotected bamboo withers, untreated bamboo gets eaten to dust. And so that's why most people, especially in Asia, that think that you couldn't be poor enough rural enough to actually want to live in a bamboo house. And so we thought, what will it take to change their mind, to convince the people that bamboo is worth building with, much less worth aspiring to? First, we need a safe treatment solution. Boron is a natural salt. It turns bamboo into a variable building material. Treated properly, designed carefully, and a bamboo structure can last for a lifetime. Second, build something extraordinary out of it. Inspire people. Fortunately, balance culture, foster craftsmanship. Evaluate the artisan. So combine those with the adventures outlined from new generation of locally trained architect and designer and engineer, and always remember that you are designing for curving, tapering, hollow poles. No two poles alike, no straight line, no 2x4 here. The tried and true well-crafted formulas and vocabulary of architecture do not apply here. We have had to invent our own rules. We ask the bamboos what it's good at, and it wanted to become. And what it says is, respect it, design for its strength, protect it from water, and to make the most of its curves. So we design in 3Ds, making scale structure models out of the same materials that we will later use to build the house. And bamboo modeling making, it's an art, as well as some hardcore engineer. So that's the blueprint. That's the blueprint of the house. Laughter, and we bring this to side, and with tiny rulers, we measure each pool and consider each curve, and we choose a piece of bamboo from the piles to replicate that house on site. When it comes down to the details, we consider everything. Why are doors so often rectangular? Why not round? How could you make a door better? Well, it's hinge battle with gravity, and gravity will always win in the end. So why not have its pivot on the center where it can stay balanced? And while we're at it, why not doors shaped like teardrops? To reap the selective benefit and work within the constraint of the material, we have really had to push ourselves, and within that constraint, we have found space for something new. It's a challenge. How do you make a ceiling if you don't have anything flat board to work with? Let me tell you, something I dreamed of sheet rocket and plywood. Laughter. But if what you've got is skilled craftsman and its beastly little splits, we weave that ceiling together, stretch a canvas over it, lacquer it. How do you design durable kitchen countertop that do justice to this curving structure you've just built? Slice off a boulder like a loaf of bread, handcraft each to fit the other, leave the crust on. And what we are doing, it is almost entirely handmade. The structural connection of our building are reinforced by steel joint, but we use a lot of whittled bamboo pins. There are thousands of pins in each floor. This floor is made of glossy and durable bamboo skin. You can feel the texture under the bare feet. And the floor that you walk on, can it affect the way that you walk? Can it change the footprints that you ultimately leave on the world? I remember being 9 years old and feeling wonder and possibly and a little bit of idealism. And we've got a real long way to go. There is a lot left to learn. But one thing I know is that with creativity and commitment, you can create beauty and comfort and safety and even luxury out of a material that will grow back. Thank you. Applause. And this is the end of my speech. Thank you.